Hi, everyone. So, the good news is Mars went direct today. The bad news is Mars is still in Cancer. So, although with Mars now going direct and not being retrograde anymore, there's this sense that we're not going to be as perhaps moody or crabby as we once were when Mars was retrograde in Cancer. However, even with Mars going direct, it's still in Cancer. And so there's still this really watered down type of energy surrounding all of our ambitions and our dreams and our actions. So, since Mars is still in Cancer, I feel like there is this opportunity for us to capitalize on the power that Cancer can give our dreams and our visions and our ambitions. And that's in the form of really going through a transformation of our intuition, because Cancer is such an intuitive sign. So I would like to roll an Astro House dice to see if I can get some more of the subtle energies around us. So we have the eighth house, and the eighth house is generally about major changes. And this is what I kind of mean about the our transformations in our intuition, that this could be a time when our intuition is really coming into its own power. And so I feel like this will really help with our personal power and understanding more of the mysteries that surround us, because that we get that kind of information through our intuition. So it's confirming some of the energies that I'm already getting, that it feels like a lot of us in the collective, our intuitions are really going through a major transformation. So let's get an oracle of the Sun card first. See if we can figure out what other energies we're dealing with here too. So we have Mercury in Sagittarius with discovery. And this is what I'm talking about, this idea of opening up our intuition more than ever, transforming our intuition more than we ever have before, so that we can discover some of the mysteries in this world around us. Interesting. So let's see what the tarot wants to tell us to try to support some of these energies that we're already picking up in this reading. Two of Swords, Queen of Cups, there's that Cancer energy. The Lovers, Ten of Swords. Underneath, the Hierophant, the Chariot, the Empress, Five of Pentacles, and Temperance. And underneath everything, we have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is telling me that you are reaching the end of something, that you are probably pretty exhausted with something, but you're still maintaining your balance in it. You're still not giving up on something. And I'm getting the impression that this has to do with some bonds that you have probably with another person, because I am seeing a lot of majors here. I'm seeing the Lovers here. So this could be a bond that you have with another person, and you may have been experiencing some really difficult, tumultuous times, but you're unwilling to give up on the situation. This might have to do with intimacy or confiding in someone, or perhaps a lack thereof. Maybe someone that you wish you could confide in, but perhaps they're not emotionally available for you to do that, but you're still not giving up on this person. That's the energy that it looks like we're starting out with. I do want to say that everything except this position in the bottom row are all majors. And the Lovers is here too, which is also a major. So what this automatically tells me is that behind the scenes, the universe is doing a lot of work to help you right now. You have a lot of support. With the Two of Swords showing up here, this is telling me that you are having a hard time making a decision about something. So the Two of Swords is a card of choices, where there's two truths that you're staring at, and they both feel like they could be the right thing, but since they both feel right, you don't know which one to choose. And so there's this importance with the Two of Swords to not allow your thinking mind to make the decision, because your thinking mind doesn't know which one to choose. This again is about using your intuition, which is what we were really getting from the original energy of capitalizing on this energy of Mars still being in Cancer to really tap into our intuition and learning how to transform our intuition so that our intuition can make the decision for us instead of our thinking mind, who's unable to make that decision. It's also giving me this idea that if you're ever stuck in this Two of Swords energy, if you're having trouble making a decision about something, that it could be time to just go on a new adventure. Just try something new, something you've never done before. Because if you do that, it's a really good way to tap into your intuition. So that was for someone. I think that you have a very intuitive foundation. Whether or not you know that is going to be individual to each of you. But I do believe that you intuitively know the answers to things and they come to you very easily. But it could be that your thinking mind is preventing you from understanding that. You may be putting too much logic into the fact that you have a lot of intuitive abilities, and you might tend to write them off or slough them off and say, oh, I know that I feel like I know the answer, but I'm going to go with what my logical mind says instead. I know what my heart is telling me, but I'm going with my logical mind instead. So I feel like you have this ability to really know deep down the answers, but your logical mind gets in the way of actually you making the next step or making a firm decision. So for example, if you're trying to decide whether or not to set a boundary with this person that we see you have this Nine of Wands type of energy with, your thinking mind is preventing you from perhaps laying down a solid and healthy boundary because you think, oh, well, this person's been in my life for so long and we have all this history together and we have all of these assets together. Make it make sense for you. But your thinking mind gets in the way of doing what your intuition really is telling you to do. And because the Queen of Cups is falling right here, I know that you are a highly intuitive person. And that's that Cancer energy of Mars being in Cancer. It's like, it feels like you're fighting against the energy of Cancer, which Mars likes to do. Mars loves fighting against Cancer because they just don't get along. But since Mars is in Cancer, there's this need to really acknowledge each other and to really acknowledge your intuition and what's happening around you at this time. The Lovers is another card of choice. So the Two of Swords and the Lovers are not the same energy, but they are very similar energy in the sense that the Lovers really urges you to follow your heart. The Lovers is offering you a choice in the matter, and it's saying, go with your heart. Don't go with your thinking mind. So we have this repeating message of this need to follow your intuition, follow your heart in whatever this situation is here, where you're feeling like the Nine of Wands, that there's a need for you to really tap into your intuition and get the answer that way. Because again, your thinking mind is not going to get that answer for you. And so again, with the Lovers here, it's this need to really channel the messages through your intuition in order to get the answers that you want. Because the Lovers is falling here in this position, it's telling me that you used to make decisions based on your intuition. You used to make decisions based on your emotions and based in your heart. But it feels like you have moved away a bit from that. It seems like you are almost blocking your own intuition. It's almost like you don't trust it anymore, or perhaps you feel like your intuition has led you into places that you didn't want to be before. And so it feels like you're moving away from your intuition instead of towards it. Um, and because of that, it looks to me like you are manifesting an ending to something. You're manifesting something really painful with these 10 swords because you're relying so much on just your thinking mind and just on the swords that with all of these swords, it's impossible to really listen compassionately to the people that you love because you have too many swords in the way and not enough cups in the equation. And so if you're ignoring your intuition and you're just throwing swords onto the situation, then you probably are going to feel this sense of this 9 of Wands. You probably are going to feel exhausted because it requires a lot of energy to ignore your intuition, to tamp down your feelings. It's a very depleting energy or it's very depleting to your energy to throw all of your energy into covering up how you feel and your intuition. So, of course, you're going to be exhausted in that case. And because you're throwing all of this swords energy into whatever the situation is, what you're manifesting for yourself here is an ending and a painful one. So there may be a way around that if you just listen and tap into your intuition. The good news, though, in this spread that I can see is all of these majors are here to help you. The universe is really part of this relationship right now, and it's saying to you that your intuition is what's going to help you discover the answer. You're moving into this energy of the Hierophant, which tells me that there's a person in your energy who I think you're going to reach out to soon to help with this situation. So whatever that is to you, if this is some kind of a mentor, some kind of a teacher, some kind of a counselor, a therapist, a doctor, a religious figure, make it make sense for you. But I feel like very soon you're going to reach out for help from someone that you really trust, and that the universe is going to help put this person in your path so that you can get the answers to how to tap into your intuition that you may have blocked off so much that you forgot how to tap into it. So a counselor, for example, would be very good at helping you tap back into your intuition. A therapist, for example, or just someone who has a lot of wisdom to share, and is probably a very highly intuitive person themselves, are going to help you kind of re-tap into that part of yourself where you can start trusting yourself again. So you see yourself as this Chariot energy. And so this is a good sign to me that if you did at one time dim yourself down, dim your light down, because I'm certain if you are here watching this reading that you're a light worker of some kind, because you're dimming yourself down by just using your logic and not your intuition, it feels like you're seeing yourself as someone who you understand that you have been doing that and you don't want to do that anymore, which I think is why you're about to seek help, or that the universe is about to provide you with some kind of help. Bring someone in from your soul family to be able to give you those answers. And the Chariot is here, and I think you know, because the Chariot in this spread, this is how you see yourself. You see yourself as a major arcana and as the Chariot. So you know, again, you know, because you are the Queen of Cups underneath it all. You know that you have the answers and that you can trust yourself. And I think you also know that you're not doing this alone. I think you're intuitive enough to know that the universe fully has your back. The universe has putting wind into your back in order to help push you through what looks like kind of a little bit of difficult energy right now, because there's too many swords involved. The energy around you is the Empress, which again, this is the universe helping you to expand, to grow, to learn, to put things out into the world, to receive things back from the world. The Empress is highly empathic, highly sensitive, highly connected to nature, And so is the Queen of Cups. So this is already you. The Queen of Cups is you. The universe is helping you move into this Empress energy. The Empress energy is all around you. Your energy is so expansive right now that the universe is really saying to you, please don't make yourself small with all of these swords energy. All of your thinking mind, all of those thoughts that you have that are saying, this is never going to work, I should just put an end to it, is keeping you small. And the universe is really here to say, please don't do that anymore. Because then we have the Five of Pentacles here, and this is the shadow part of yourself. This lack mentality that you're not enough, you're not good enough, you don't trust your intuition, you don't trust yourself in this situation, you've led yourself down the wrong path too many times. And so there's this idea where you're still relying on your mental abilities and your mental thoughts, your thinking mind. You're still relying on that, even though it's really lying to you, because it's saying, I can't do this, it's never going to work, I can't make a decision, I don't trust my intuition. That's all coming from a lack mentality from your shadow side. And it's like this mental, it's like a mental tug of war that your logical mind is really leading the charge right now, but it's because you're in this idea that you're not enough, or that you don't have enough control or power in this situation. So the good news is, more good news, the outcome in this situation is temperance. Temperance is the ability to bring together the elements that you need to alchemize things. So temperance is generally about bringing the 3D realm and your 5D realm, so in other words, the earth realm and the astral realm, and alchemizing these two worlds together. So what that tells me is that in the end, in the outcome, even with Mars in Cancer, and probably because Mars is in Cancer, you're bringing together these two elements that tend to not get along, but you're capitalizing on that energy and bringing these together, which means you are going to allow your intuition to come in. You're not going to completely abandon your logical mind. You're going to also consult with your logical mind, but you're going to also bring your intuition in that and have an excellent balance with that, because the Temperance card is about that kind of a balance. And this is going to really help, I think, with this situation, with this relationship that you're in, that you're trying to get an answer to. The answer is only going to come through your intuition, but it's coming, and I can see that. And the universe is certainly on your side here and trying to help you get to that answer. And I think it's going to start with this immediate future of yours where there's going to be some kind of a teacher, mentor, trusted person, town elder type of person who is going to give you the words of wisdom that you need in order to understand that you can trust yourself and help you to face this shadow part of yourself where you feel like you're not enough, or that your intuition is not going to give you the right answers. Wow. So let's get some more tarot, because I want to see more about you in this situation and how your current energy is presenting, especially when you're faced with this choice. So you have the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles is about collaborations. It's about working together with people. And I feel like with this Nine of Wands, there is someone that you want to connect with, that you want to work together with. You have the spirit that you're bringing into this situation is one where you would prefer to get along, where you would prefer to work together. But so far, it's been so hard because you can't get there. But a lot of times this Three of Pentacles is also about a waiting period. The threes in tarot are generally about expansion, but also waiting. They're kind of that pregnant pause in the tarot, where the three is you're in the middle of something, but you're not quite there yet. So it's giving this feeling almost of a divine type of timing with this particular relationship, and that it's not the right time for you to push anything, but just to keep the spirit of your attitude is still one of, I still want to keep at this. I still want to participate in this, but I just don't know how. So it's almost like this idea of you just pausing, even though you know that you want this to work, you feel like it's not, but you're pausing, is what I get from that. I hope that made sense. But let's get a few more to see what else we can get from the energy. So there's the Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and Eight of Wands. So what you're being asked to focus on is the Queen of Pentacles. That's you. You're showing up as the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. This is a perfect time for you to be receiving things. This is a perfect time for you to perhaps focus on your business, watch your profits skyrocket. This could be about working on your spiritual work or your life's mission or your purpose. We did see the Five of Pentacles here, which is a lack mentality, and that's your shadow work. So there may be a need for you right now while it feels like this relationship is on pause and that the universe has put it on pause. There could be a need here for you to really focus on your inner spiritual work and understanding why you don't trust yourself or your own intuition. And I think, again, there's this person who's about to come into your energy, if you don't already know them, who's going to help mentor you through this and help you with that shadow aspect of yourself so that you can understand that you are more than enough. The universe thinks that you are the Empress. And so it just has to, you have to get yourself there too, into thinking that you are the Empress. And it starts with you focusing on your inner Queen of Pentacles. The challenge for you, though, it looks like, is this Ace of Pentacles, which is basically getting all of this off the ground, which we've been talking about. That the universe can give you the seed to plant, but it's up to you to plant the seed. So until you take this plant that you're given and put it in the ground and water it and nurture it, then the answer to your question is still going to remain unknown. So the universe is saying, you have a gift that I am giving you, probably in the form of a mentor, but please use it. And I just saw 2233 on my timer as I said that. The universe is saying, please use these resources that I'm giving to you. You're being guided. So please use this resource. But that looks like it's showing up in your challenge position. So it may be that you're going to at first ignore the advice of this person. But the universe is really urging you to not ignore it and to follow the signs so that you can really get to this temperance energy that it looks like is destined for you. And then the message and the advice coming through is the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is about going the full distance on something, which it looks like you're already doing, because we have the Nine of Wands here too. You have maintained this position of, I am going the distance. I am standing firm in this. I am holding right now from making any big moves in this relationship because I don't know what's being presented to me. And the universe is saying, keep doing that. Keep holding firm. Keep waiting. It's this pregnancy period where it's coming, but you can't have it now, but it's coming. It's all happening behind the scenes. And all of these majors are telling me that. And that if this person that perhaps you feel like you have to set boundaries with, or you already have set boundaries with, if you feel like this is your person in your heart of hearts, if you adore this person in your heart of hearts, but it just feels really hard right now, it's because there are spiritual lessons going on in the background, and hold firm is what this message is really telling us. So let's get some big picture oracle cards, and we'll start closing out this message. So we have the Mountain, the Stars. Wow, we've been getting these a lot lately. And the Hearth. And underneath everything is the Safe, which again, you're not alone. Your ancestors, the universe, they're all protecting you. They're all trying to help you get to this temperance outcome because they know your spiritual and intuitive abilities and they don't want you to ignore them anymore. So, and this too, the stars card is my spiritual GPS card. You are being guided, and we're getting that message over and over in this situation. But right now, you feel like there are obstacles in your way with this mountain card and this 9 of Wands. You feel like you can't climb this mountain anymore. You've been climbing this mountain and you are exhausted and you're thinking, I'm never going to get to the top, let alone the other side of this mountain because I'm so tired. The universe is saying, don't give up, but stop climbing. Focus on something else. Focus on your shadow work. Focus on your spiritual work. Focus on whoever this mentor is that's coming into your life. Focus on something else. And before you know it, you'll be over the other side of the mountain, is what I'm getting there. And the Hearth card, this is about our passions and our desires. So more synchronicities that this is probably your person, that you probably adore this person, and it's why you have not given up. There's a desire here to stay in it, and the universe is saying it's going to be worth it. But right now, you can't have what you want because it's not the right time. Not until you get out of this victim or lack mentality that you, it looks like your shadow side is previously stuck in. So let's see. I want to get a couple of Kipper cards. Not Kipper. These are the Alice cards. And I like doing Alice cards because I feel like they're pretty magical. I think all the cards are magical, but these in particular. So we have choices. This is what we were just talking about with the Two of Swords and the Lovers. Feeling blocked and restrained. This is the inability to make a choice. And Alice is here confirming that for us. And then we have do not drink poison. Do not do things you know are bad for you. So again, this is needing to use your intuition in these decision-making opportunities, because if you choose the wrong thing, then whatever could be alchemized, whatever this temperance, bringing these two worlds together, is going to become toxic. It's going to turn into poison. So Cancer energy, which is this Queen of Cups, if it's not addressed and that water just stays stagnant, eventually that water becomes toxic. And this is a warning from the universe to not let your intuition turn toxic because of all that water energy that you're just letting sit there, right? So finally, let's get one chakra card so I can see your energy field, because that's what I do. And we have root chakra with impatient. So this is important to know that your root chakra is a little bit too dark. So it feels like we need to add more light into your root chakra because this situation that we said with this Three of Pentacles does require some patience. So we have more synchronicities here that it's still time to just be patient and hang in there, because this is probably your person is what this is telling me, but it's just not the right time. You both have some shadow work that you still have to do, and that this is going to require some patience. So by allowing some more light into your root chakra, it will help you to focus on other things. It will help you to plant the seed that the universe is trying to give you, and recognize this helper when they come into your 3D realm. So if you're interested in a free Reiki healing for your root chakra, I will put one in the description and in the pinned comment. That is yours. You can have it. But also in the Raise Your Vibe in 5 book, there's a whole section on the root chakra. And here's a page that deals specifically with the root chakra. And the exercise for this day says, set your alarm 5 minutes early and meditate before getting out of bed. So that's just a good thing to do anyway. But in this case, this feels like a really great thing to do for your root, because as you meditate, you ground. And so if you can, take 5 extra minutes in the morning before you get up, or if you don't get up with an alarm, lay there for 5 minutes when you do wake up and meditate, because that's going to really help improve your root chakra and bring a lot of light into it So it will help increase your patience when it comes to this situation and this relationship. But if you're interested in that free Reiki healing for your root, it's in the description and in the comments. And for those of you who are still here, I want to encourage you to put your sign in the comments section, or if you have a question in the comments section, because I'll be happy to do a video reading for you. I love taking requests. So let me know if you have a question or what your sign is, and I'll do a bonus reading for you. So please let me know how this reading was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.